In the wake of the province's fifth consecutive balanced budget, Mayor of Taylor and Independent MLA Candidate Rob Fraser is happy to see the province has decided to phase out PST on electrical bills for businesses, a move that will benefit the Canfor pulp mill here in Taylor.
I'm really happy to see that the province has moved to eliminate the PST on electricity. That'll help businesses like Canfor and the pulp mill behind me to be much more competitive in the world market when it comes to selling their product and keeping our family supporting jobs going. And of course, in the forest industry, which is really in dire straits in our province with the uncertainty of the softwood lumber agreement, the trickle-down effect from pulp mills to sawmills and ultimately right out to the woods and the logging companies will all benefit from this reduction of the PST.
And Fraser also supports cutbacks to MSP premiums for families who make fewer than $120,000 every year.
I'm also really happy to see that the province has moved to eliminate the MSP payments, the medical services plan payments. It'll go a long ways to help those families that are really needy, and there's a lot of those families in our region like that right now.
But despite all the positive numbers coming out of this year's budget, Fraser is accusing the Liberals of buying votes and says there's a lack of focus coming from the legislature here on the Peace region.
Although it's a feel-good budget in advance of the election, it seems to be coming from a government that's focused on getting re-elected rather than on getting the job done. Our unemployment rate still is approaching 10%. It's not enough. We need targeted investments in agriculture, construction, in forestry, and in petrochemicals, as well as mining exploration. Those are all huge opportunities for us to expand the diversification of our economy in the north.
But Liberal MLA candidate Dan Davies says the budget is focused on growing small businesses and creating jobs.
There's $13.7 billion in infrastructure investments, ranging from transportation, there's investments in housing, education, and health. And the ballpark figure, we're looking at 30,000 more jobs that'll be created in BC. You know, at the end of the day, this is millions of dollars into corporations that they can reinvest into their sawmills, into their LNG plants, into whatever, and again creating more jobs.
Fraser is also disappointed to see a lack of investments in infrastructure in the Peace region, even though Davies says the investments will benefit all British Columbians.
These investments in infrastructure that we all use, whether it's from healthcare through to education, through to bridges that we drive on, the roads that we drive on. This is all important stuff to keep British Columbians moving, keeping British Columbians healthy, and keeping British Columbians working.
Fraser points out that a large portion of the budget will be spent in the Lower Mainland.
Everybody knows that the Taylor Bridge has maintenance problems, and that bridge needs to be replaced. And right now, they're looking at $3.5 billion to replace the Massey Tunnel in the Lower Mainland. Give me the PST amount on that $3.5 billion, and I will replace the bridge across the Peace River.
Fraser says there are many opportunities here, and the provincial government needs to do more to diversify and invest in the Northeast. And he says with a strong foundation of new roads, bridges, and better health care, more business and opportunities will be attracted to the Peace region. Brendan Miller, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.